With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back. Once again, race fans here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Swift Motorsports butt kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series fires off for race number 2 here in season number 3. Las Vegas Motor Speedway coming at you tonight. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from the track. There you can see track temperature out there, 71 degrees, so not too hot out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, just outside of the Sunset Strip. Drivers getting some gambling on, and who's going to gamble with some strategy here tonight? We'll have to see who has what it takes to get to victory lane. Looks like qualifying already about 3 minutes into the 5-minute qualifying session. We'll throw that timing and scoring up to the left-hand side of your screen. Jim Ott gonna take provisional pole. Quick time 31-22. Darren Clement gonna dethrone Jim Ott, so the 32 Ford Mustang gonna take that top spot. 31-22 is the quick time. We still got a handful of drivers yet to put in their qualifying times. Looks like Tommy Gossett, Nick Hunt, Vadim Kosadoy also yet to put in his time lap. Justin Gann, last year's defending series champion, he's yet to put in his qualifying laps. Doesn't look like Tommy Holt or I actually believe Andy Starcher and Don Kidder are up in race control tonight, so I don't think either one of those two drivers are going to take a qualifying time with just about 60 seconds remain. Kosadoy going to go 5th on the speed charts, 31.30. He's about 800ths off of that provisional pole. Darren Clement in the Ford Mustang holds that top spot. Tommy Gossett going to go top of the speed charts. Quick time for the Toyota Supra driver, 31.19. Fast time here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. In qualifying here, the last 30 seconds left out there. Justin Gann going to try to go to top of the speed charts, and he's going to do so. 31.14 for Gann, top of the speed charts. He's going to be your pole sitter here tonight. With just about 20 seconds remaining here in qualifying, we're going to get set to head down trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
As those jets fly over, drivers make their way through final pre-race inspection into the starting grid here tonight, getting set to run for race number 2 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 115 laps around this track tonight. I do believe, no, 125 laps around this track. I do apologize about the misstep there on the lap count. Gonna list your championship standings coming into the second race of the season. There you can see last week's race winner, Todd Gray. He's going to go top of the point standings, obviously, walking away with that race win last week. Ken Cray backed that performance up with yet another win. Darren Clement, Adam Pettit are the drivers that rounded out those podium spots. How about the run by John Wimbish? That 56 finished right there in 6th. Jim Ott having a little bit of late race troubles last week. He's only good enough for 10th in the point standings at this juncture. Still very early in this 15 race season for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Looks like we've got about 25 drivers slotted and scheduled for tonight's race, and it looks like most of them are lined up, ready to go. Green flag racing, just a handful still left to get through pre-race inspection and make it to their starting spot here. So as the last few drivers begin to trickle in, we will get set to run down tonight's starting lineup. You can hear the bells in the background. It's time to run down tonight's official starting grid right here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, round number 2, race number 2 in season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kickers Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series, taking the top spot inside row number 1. Quick time in qualifying, your pole sitter, Justin Gann. Lined up just to his outside, the 54 of Tommy Gossett. Inside row number 2 here tonight, the 32 of Darren Clement, followed by the 4 of Jim Ott. Row number 3, the 44 of Jason Ayerson, followed by the 22 of Todd Cray. Vadim Kosadoy and Adam Pettit make up row number 4. Back in row number 5 here tonight, the 5 of Chad Osborne. And rounding out that top 10, the 00 of Nick Hunt. Pierce Maffitt in the 54, going to start in that 11th position. 12th starting spot here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway goes to the 21 of Brandon Freeze. Back in row number 7, the 01 of Cody Sleeper, followed by the 24 of Jeff Glockner. Tommy Haynes and Roy Fernandez going to round out row number 8, row number 9 here tonight. The 98 of Hunter Coyer and Nicholas Shriver. The 28 of Ron Schutte going to start in that 19th position. 20th here tonight, the 31 of Stephen Ayers Jr. Back in row number 11, you can find the 4X Racing driver, the 18 machine, KC Duncan. Ryan Sizemore in the 8 out of Sizemore Motorsports going to start just to his outside in 22nd. 23rd here tonight. Colby Crow, Jim Thorndike going to start back in 24th. 25th here tonight, going to go to Tommy Holt. Andy Starcher, Don Kidder up there in race control, so big time shout out. Thank you for the support out here tonight, fellas. Keep these drivers straight all race long. There you go, there you have it. That's your butt kicker starting lineup right here for race number 2 in season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Drivers behind the pace car being led around the track by last season's champion Justin Gann, gonna put it on the pole position for the first time here in season number 3, and we are set to go green flag racing once again. Our racing pace car gonna duck off this time. Byfield will get set to go back on the gas. Wait for it, away we go. Green flag racing here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Gann gets up through the gas, Tommy Gossett, Darren Clement, Jim Ott right there battling with each other side by side. The 44 of Harrison down on the bottom, looking to the inside of Todd Cray. He's going to pull even with the 4. It's going to be side by side, 2 rows deep through the center. That's going to straighten out off of the exit of turn 2. They'll get single file. Everybody chasing your pole sitter, Justin Gann. Look at that race in action already unfolding. Adam Pettit in the 58 machine. He's going to look to the inside now with that 44 of Jason Harrison. He is in trouble. Todd Cray has stepped away to just about 2/10 over these two drivers. Continue to battle side by side. Back into turn number 1. Out of 2. Back down the back stretch once again. Drag race to see who can get to 3. Jim Ott going to take that second spot away on the outside. We'll check out this battle. It's a little bit closer to your race leader. Ott to the outside. Power move through 3 and 4. That 4 machine's moving to the front. Most of the field single file all the way back to about 7th or 8th on the track. There you can see that long train of cars heading back down into turn number 1 to 54, just a little bit lower than the rest of the drivers on entry. That may set them up for opening up the door to that run on the outside. And now look, battle for the race lead. Justin Gann goes up the track. Jim Ott gonna take the top spot. New race leader here tonight. 2 leaders, 1 lead change so far here tonight. Didn't take long to get that one in the book. Lap number 4 now underway out of the 125 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Small battle still brewing out there all over this track. We'll go back around the 10th position. There you can see the 48. Actually, that's Vadim Kosadoy in the 09, has the 48 on the side of that machine, giving us a little bit of a moment up here in the booth. Chad Osborne in the 5 to his outside, another Toyota Supra driver, and it looks like those Supras represented a little bit. The numbers are better for the Supra drivers this week. Let's just put it that way. I believe last week at Michigan, we only had 1, possibly 2 Toyota Supras in the entire field. We've got a handful of them out here tonight. Tommy Gossett sitting the top spot for your Toyota field, up in the 4th position right now as Kosadoy looks back to the outside, trying to make a pass on the 41 of Pierce Maffitt. Not going to get by Maffitt just yet, as he's going to walk up the track just a little bit in that black and orange butt kicker Toyota Supra. Chevy Silverado of Cody Sleeper right behind him. Tommy Haynes, Jeff Glockner, and the Cuban Missile, Roy Fernandez, back in 16th. Not much to say at the front of this field. We'll go back up here real quick, though. Take a look at this battle going on between Justin Gann and Darren Clement. That is one of your closest battles, one of your highest running battles on the track as well. But we'll jump around a little bit more, bring you some more of this racing action as it is all over the track. Drivers nose to tail, back down the backstretch on lap number 7 out of the 125 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. And I tell you what, race fans, you've always wondered what it looks like, what it would be like to get in the car on board with these drivers as they go around the track, or just what it would look like if you were driving alone. Let's go ahead to the cockpit right here of the 44 of Jason Harrison. We'll take you a ride around Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Field fans out just a little bit. There you can see that 00 of Mick Hunt. He's going to make a look to the inside. Hunt going to take that 7th spot away as Harrison's going to lose 1 position that time by Brandon Freeze, very close by. Harrison going to have to watch that inside, leaving that inside lane open, and there you can see Osborne taking that spot away. The TRD Toyota number 5 takes the 8th spot away as Harrison drops another spot here. So that's 1 position for the past 2 laps, and whoa, look at that, close to the inside too. Looks like Brandon Freeze is there. He's going to pull dead even now with Jason Harrison struggling a little bit inside of this 44. Need 3 positions in 3 laps for Jason Harrison. That 44 falling through the field back into 10th position, now down 5 spots from where he started tonight's race. Still a very, very long way to go, upwards of 115 laps yet to be turned in here tonight. So a lot of things can happen, a lot of things can go right, but a lot of things can go wrong. Who's going to be perfect on the speedway? Who's going to have those perfect pit stops? Sometimes it can make or break your entire race. We've seen a few drivers this season already get caught up and involved with some pit road incidents, whether it be a pit road penalty or a wreck coming to pit road. Pits have been a very big aspect of this season so far as we work race number 2 here in season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Drivers mixing it up all over this speedway. You've got Chad Osborne right there in the 5. He's closing in on Nick Hunt, starting to step away just a little bit from Brandon Freeze in that 21 machine. Freeze was able to get by Ayrson just about 2 or 3 laps ago. There you can see the 54 of Tommy Gossett. He's still holding strong to that 5th position, but they are nose to tail all the way from 1st back to the 8th position on track. Justin Gann continues to lead this race after regaining the race lead away from Jim Ott. Ott has fallen back into the 2nd position. That was back on lap number 9, so about 4 laps ago is when Justin Gann made that pass to reassume the race lead. As those top 2 drivers starting to separate themselves from the rest of the field, you've got Darren Clement, Todd Cray, and Tommy Gossett all stacked up running with each other. Now Gossett going to look to the inside of Cray. Look to take that position away. We'll go take a look at this battle unfold right here on the screen. Coming at you, there's the 32 of Darren Clement right behind Jim Ott, but the 54 hunts the bottom. He's going to pull even with the 22 through the center of 3 and 4. Slides up the track, crossover, not going to come from Cray. Cray going to give up that 4th spot and fall back to the 5th position on the track. How about this battle going on back here as well? A little bit further through the field, a little bit deeper in the running order here. There's the 17 of Tommy Haynes, Pierce Maffett, and Cody Sleeper all right there running with each other, trying to run back down Vita Kosadoy, who made a pass on them just a handful of laps ago. Kosadoy knocking on the door of a top 10 here on lap number 15. Jump around the track just a little bit from time to time, try to bring you some different battles that are going on out there on the track, try to get you as much of the action as we can, but it looks like most of the field beginning to get single file now, and it looks like you got to get a run and run, if that makes any logical sense. Got to get a little bit of draft help, got to get the run on the car in front of you, and then got to make that dive to the inside and try to make the pass slide up the track just a little bit. Not a true slide job of a pass. You just got to kind of walk the car up as opposed to necessarily slide it up the track. And I believe that's how we're going to see most of the passes being made from this point on out in this first initial green flag run. We have been clean and green all 17 laps that are in the books as we begin lap number 18 out of the 125 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. And I tell you what, if you haven't already, race fans, toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So while you're here, might as well do it. Toss these drivers a thumbs up. What's going on out there, Jess, in the chat? Good to see you as always. Supporting Todd Cray out there. Always the first one to say, let's go, Cray. Good to see you week in week out. Thanks for joining us, Jess, and I'm sure that 22 will give you the normal shout out because we typically talk to him at the end of these race events. But right now, how about this man right here, Justin Gann, your pole sitter here tonight, your defending series champion. He lost that top spot for a handful of laps and said, you know what, I want it back. He took it back and has stepped away now to almost a half a second race advantage over Jim Ott, who's slowly pulling away from Tommy Gossett. Darren Clement still running in fourth. Fifth place, Todd Gray. Adam Pettit back in sixth. Nick Hunt, Chad Osborne, Jason Ayrson, and Brandon Freeze rounds out your top 10. Trying to look through some notes here and looking to see if we had a Las Vegas winner, and I'm not seeing Las Vegas on the schedule last year for the Xfinity Series drivers. We'll have to get that double checked on, but not showing a race here at Las Vegas in the Xfinity cars. I know that's not the one that I called Michigan on. That was Auto Club. We were at Auto Club last year, and I kept saying Michigan all night long. For some reason, I just wanted to stay in Michigan. I don't know. I don't even live in Michigan. Not sure where Justin Gann lives, but I know what he's doing. He's checking out. He's gone from this field, knocking on the door now of almost a 1 second race advantage as Tommy Gossett and Jim Ott, they're going to begin a battle for the second position on the track. They have stepped away from Todd Cray, running in the fourth position by a half a second. There you can see that 22, hounded by the 58 Ford Mustang of Adam Pettit. Another Mustang stacked up right behind him. Darren Clement, the 32, running strong here tonight, just outside of your top 5. He's dropped 3 positions in about the last 10 laps. So heading the wrong direction right now is Clement, but still a solid run in the points so far here tonight. Still a very long way to go. We've still got 102 laps left in tonight's official race distance. How long will these drivers stay out on this first fuel run? How long will Justin Gann keep that 54 behind him, man? He has shot out of a cannon. That Toyota Supra driver looking for the front of this field. Tell you what, why don't we take a look back, or let's actually go above that 54. Tommy Gossett carrying one of our roof cams here, looking over the hood of his car at the tail end of Justin Gann, and I do believe he is also sporting one. Oh my goodness, that's getting close off of 2. Close in front, close behind. There you can see Jim Ott. That's a look back off of Tommy Gossett's 54 Toyota Supra. Why don't we go inside? Gyro cam here. Right along board with Tommy Gossett as he tries to take that top spot away. Not going to grab it from Gann just yet. Gann defensive line into one. Not going to work. Tommy Gossett trying to take that spot. Pinned down on the bottom. Getting pinched down by that 30 of Gann, and that's going to let him utilize the run on the outside. Gann will keep that top spot for now. Battle still underway for your top spot. You know, if I'm either one of these drivers, what I'm more concerned with is that 4 of Jim Ott behind us. He's a half a second back right now. The more we battle, the closer he's going to get. And the closer Todd Cray, Adam Pettit, and Darren Clement are also going to bring themselves back to the front with this battle going on. I don't know if I'm Justin Gann, your race leader at this point in time into tonight's race. 27 laps into tonight's race, right about 100 laps left remaining. I don't know if I'm going to fight too hard. I may just go ahead and yield that position, keep myself with a decent gap to maintain over my next closest competitor. Maybe try to do some pit road strategy, give myself a little bit of an advantage on that 54 because he is strong on the long run. 28 laps into this initial green flag here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in race number 2 for season number 3 in the Swift MotorSports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Gann still trying to hold that top spot, gonna do so for now. Here comes Tommy Gossett with a run on the inside, not gonna be able to walk up the track. Still side by side, Gossett gonna lose some ground down the backstretch. Jim Ott now closed in one more tenth. He's 3/10 of a second off of that 54. Your top three have stepped away to just about a second and 1.2 seconds over Todd Cray. Cray back in that fourth position. He's got a little bit of a gap back to Adam Pettit. Darren Clement closing in on Pettit, so that's going to be a battle for the final spot in the top five here very shortly. We'll stay with this battle at the front of the field for a brief moment. And go back here, check out Darren Clement. There you can see that 32. He's trying to make his way back up into the top five. Was running second, running third, and then dropped all the way outside of the top five. Dropped all the way back to that sixth position. And now he is having some hard trouble getting by that fast Ford 58 of Adam Pettit. Tommy Holt passes Chad Osborne for the 17th position, and Osborne moving backwards. Ron Schutte, now Jim Thorndike going to get by. Colby Crow going to get by, as well as Osborne brings his machine to pit road. First driver down pit road. Scratch that wheel. Oh, big moment there on the front stretch. I believe that was that 97 of Colby Crow. With a big time moment there. That could have ended bad as Pierce Maffett, Hunter Collier, and Tommy Holt all to pit road this time by. Two drivers already to pit road. Chad Osborne, Peter Cusadoy, Stephen Ayers Jr., Ryan Sizemore, and Nicholas Shriver all to pit road already for their first round of green flag pit stops. How long will the front of the field stay out? Gann, Ott, Craig, Clement, Ayrson all to pit road. Ott hard on the brakes. Getting into pit road, Tommy Gossett gonna take the race lead now. That's gonna give us our third different leader with three different lead changes here tonight. We'll keep our eye on that timing and scoring, see if there was any pit road penalty for Jim Ott. He was hard on the brakes, late smoke boiling off the tires as Gossett and Pettit gonna bring their machines down to pit road. Nick Hunt going to do so as well. There you can see Casey Duncan, Jeff Glockner, Jim Thorndike in the 59. I believe Thorndike is going to slow and come to pit road this time as well. So everybody cycling through the green flag pit stop will be finished this time by Justin Gann. Going to make his way off of pit road, and he looks to keep that top spot. Chad Osborne gaining a few positions with that short pit 2 laps sooner than most of the lead pack drivers. Vadim Kosadoy making up the most here, pitting 6 laps sooner than the rest of the field. He gained quite a bit on this green flag pit stop cycle. Kosadoy gonna bring himself inside the top 10 as now Justin Gann gonna go back to the top of the leaderboard. That's gonna give us our fourth different lead change amongst 3 different drivers here tonight. Gann's got himself a half a second advantage. Whoa, big moment for Tommy Gossett. Sideways coming out of 4. Now Tommy Haynes has an issue. It's off track, so we stay green flag here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Tommy Haynes with some trouble. Jim Thorndike, Colby Crow, Tommy Haynes, now the only 3 drivers being scored off of the lead lap. First round of green flag pit stops. Oh, big moment for another driver. Looking through timing and scoring, trying to see who that was, and it looks like that may have been the 41 of Pierce Maffett. Through the first round of green flag pit stops. We'll try it a second time. 25 drivers to tonight's starting lineup. We've still got all 25 out there on the track, but only 22 left on the lead lap. Austin Gann leads Jim Ott, followed by Todd Cray. Cray makes his first appearance inside those top 3 spots, inside a podium position for the first time here tonight, and he's got himself a little bit of an advantage, looks like right at 0.7 of a second from Cray back to Gossett. And then a little bit of a shorter distance, you can see hounding that green Supra in the background, Darren Clement and his Ford 32 machine. I'm telling you what, Busch doing good here tonight. Gonna stay with this battle for just a brief moment. It is one of your closest battles on the speedway here tonight. Oh, big moment right there, coming right across the nose of the 32 was Tommy Gossett. Sorry, I went Dave for a minute. You know how that happens. It happens at least once or twice a race. It just wouldn't be me without it being me. You know what I mean? That's a little weird and crazy too. Jumping around the track nonetheless, back to Chad Osborne, who made up a ton of ground with that early pit stop, 2 laps earlier than the rest of the drivers that he is around, slotted in that 7th position. Now the 5 going to be under fire for pretty much the majority of this green flag run. He's got Brandon Fries in the 21. Ford Mustang looking to the inside, heading down the back stretch. They'll stay even as they enter 3, advantage to the 21 on the bottom of the track. Can the 5 keep it wound up and keep it there enough to stop them from sliding up? Not going to be able to do so. Fries gonna take that 7th spot away, put Osborne back into 8th. Jason Ayerson in the 44. He's trying to make up some ground that he's lost here tonight. Started up in the 5th position, now being scored back in the 9th position. Lap number 42 now underway by your race leader. This man right here putting drivers 1 lap down. He's going to go around the back marker, the 1 of Nicholas Schreiber. Schreiber going to be down a lap now, listed as the lucky dog. First driver 1 lap down. Ryan Sizemore, Stephen Ayers Jr., they've got to be careful. They are next on the list, and they are not too far in front of your race leader. And I tell you what, while we cross the line this time by to begin lap number 43, why don't we head to a little driver highlights and spotlights out of Virginia Beach. Riding in that RB Custom Rigs Toyota Supra out of 4X Racing. And he's in a fast Ford Mustang now. Justin Gann gonna lead this field. Jim Ott, his number 4 auto insurance, Pure Ink machine, sitting in that 2nd spot. Can the Michigan native get up there and take that race lead back once again? Todd Cray in the podium spots. Check that out right there. Paradise for Bets, Infinite Warrior, Monster Energy, Chevy Camaro looking good out there tonight. Running strong, back in the 4th position. There you can see that 54 of the Tommy Gossett, your highest running Toyota driver here tonight. Darren Clement in the 32 will round out your top 5. There you can see that Ford Mustang down on the bottom of the track, making his way now by Nicholas Schreiber. Looking around now, looks like this gentleman right here, Casey Duncan, driver out of Seattle, Washington. And that 18 Great House Toyota Supra. He's your biggest mover of the race so far, dunking up 8 positions from where he started tonight's race. And oh, Tommy Holt gonna grab that title He's up 9 positions now after making a pass on Vadim Kosadoy as Kosadoy back to pit road here kind of early. We'll have to look and see if this is going to be a regular scheduled stop for him. We'll keep our eyes down there on the pit road. Brandon Freeze continues to lead Jason Anderson. That's back here in that 7th position. Drivers kind of stacked up, kind of spread out all over this raceway. Still a battle towards the front of the field. We'll go up to this battle once again with those top 3 drivers as Todd Cray is slowly but surely reeling in both Jim Hunt and Justin Gann, your top 2 drivers on the speedway right now. Last time by, Todd Cray was over a 10th faster than your top 2 drivers on the track, so look for Cray to be there very shortly. There you see Kosadoy moving out of that way, the 48 on the side of that machine, listed as the 09 on the timing and scoring. As the 8 of Ryan Sizemore also going to go 1 lap down, and actually I believe that is not Sizemore on the track with the 48 on the side, but listed as the 8 on the timing and scoring. See, that's where these things get a little tricky sometimes. When numbers don't line up, we've got to make them work. Got to make them line up in our heads, and, well, we all know the disaster that is Dave in the Cave's head. So, yeah, we'll just leave it there. What do you say? I tell you what, let's ask the chat here. Let's see if anybody out there watching tonight. Let's see what you guys think as far as cautions here tonight. Do you think we'll have a repeat of last night's Truck Series race where we went flag to flag without an incident at all? Will we see another clean and green race tonight, but over here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway? Last night it was at Atlanta Motor Speedway. These Xfinity Series drivers, some of them having to jump in the jets and helicopters and fly all the way over out here to Las Vegas, Nevada for this beautiful race here tonight. Sunset in the background. Justin Gann has the entire field in his background as well. The 31 of Stephen Ayers Jr. now listed as the first driver 1 lap down as Gann continues to put down quick time after quick time here tonight. He's starting to step away from Ott, who is falling into the clutches of Todd Cray. Your top 3 all over each other, all within about, right at about 0.6 of a second from Justin Gann, your race leader. So your top 3 pretty much still nose to tail. Less than 10 laps away from our second round of green flag pit stops here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As we get set for that, we are going to take a brief commercial break. You won't miss any of the action as we stay swift, side by side.
We got big-time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
And back trackside as promised, not missing any of the action as we went swift side by side. Had to pay just a few of the bills out there. You know how that goes. Drivers continue green flag racing here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Looks like green flag pits. Excuse me. Green flag pit stops are underway. Stephen Ayers Jr., Ryan Sizemore, Nicholas Schreiber, all the pit road. Vadim Kosadoy started this second round of green flag pit stops way back on lap number 44 is when he made his second pit stop here. Look for drivers to be making their next pit stop here in the next, I would say, 5 to 6 laps back towards the front of this field. Justin Gann still has control of the field. Going to go by now that 17 of Tommy Haynes to put him a second lap down here during this second round of green flag pit stops. 54 of Tommy Gossett was able to get by. Todd Craig been around Jim Ott as we were at commercial break, and he has run down your race leader, Justin Gann. I told you that 54 Toyota Supra is fast on these long runs, man. He has shot out of a cannon here in these last 10 laps. He has been the fastest driver on track lap after lap, a tenth or more faster than your race leader each and every time by. Looks like Gann looked to come to pit road that time, didn't quite get the car down, wasn't able to get to pit road that time by. Will continue around the track. Still green flag racing right at the halfway point here tonight in race number 2, season number 3 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. The 5 of Chad Osborne also going to come to pit road this time by for his second stop tonight. Got to be careful if you're Justin Gann to get on the brakes a little too early and allow that 54 to get right there with you and down onto pit road. Who's going to pull what I like to call the okie doke at the front of this field? Who's going to hit pit road first without letting his competitors know that he is pitting? The 18 of Casey Duncan going to bring his Supra down pit road for 4 fresh Goodyears and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. Jim Ott going to okey doke the top runners. He's going to pull off and head to pit road. That's going to leave Justin Gann, Tommy Gossett, Todd Gray, Darren Clement up inside the top 4. Jason Ayerson now going to grab that 5th spot away as Odd drops back through the field. Adam Pettit, Nick Hunt, Roy Fernandez, Cody Sleeper, all to pit road this time by. Should see your top 6 come to pit road here in the next lap or 3. And Gann gonna slow. Almost missed the entry to pit road, and that's where it's gonna get interesting. Drivers trying to get on the binders, trying to get on the brakes and get it low down for pit road. Back to the front of this field, Tommy Gossett takes control over the race for the second time here tonight. That's our 5th different lead change amongst 3 different drivers here tonight. Ooh, that 18 sideways, gonna miss pit road. The 18 misses pit road. He'll have to go one more lap around, and that is gonna spell some big time trouble for Casey Duncan. He was trying to get himself back on the lead lap, and he's going to lose a ton of track time after that long slide through the front stretch. And there you can see Duncan just off in front of that 28 of Ron Schutte. He was able to get the car corrected and back up the speed. More drivers to pit road this time by. Schutte going to peel off from second as Tommy Gossett going to extend this run. Here's your highest running driver that has been to pit road and back up to speed already. Justin Gann now running in the top spot. Tommy Gossett going to take his machine to pit road this time by. Gann has got to make it all the way around the track to reassume the race lead, and he's still putting drivers one lap down. Jeff Glockner for the time being back on the lead lap, but once Gann takes over the race lead, he will fall back off of the lead lap one more time. There's the 7 of Tommy Holt. Holt also going to fall off of the lead lap as Gann makes his way back to the front stretch. Where's Gossett? He's down and away. End of pit road, getting up to speed. He is not going to be able to keep that top spot. Gossett going to drop probably all the way back to 4th or further. There you can see Jim Ott. He's going to take that 3rd spot away as Gossett loses a ton of ground on your race leader, Justin Gann. I believe he's going to lose a total of about 3 seconds after being right on his rear deck lid. And as we said before these green flag pit stops, race fans, keep an eye on that 54. Do not count that Toyota Super driver out. He has been the fastest on the long runs. Look for him to make that track time back up. He's got 1.3 seconds to make up before he can get to Jim Hunt. Todd Gray not very far off in front of him. Justin Gann enjoys just under a 1-second advantage as the field makes their way off of turn 4 back across the stripe. Your race leader begins lap number 70 out of the 129 scheduled tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Tell you what, going to jump around the track just a little bit. We've got some small battles brewing. This one right here, Adam Pettit trying to chase down the Busch Fast Ford Mustang piloted by Darren Clement, running in that 5th position. He's going to try to get himself away from that 58 if he can. The 58 now doing away with the back marker. Tommy Holt listed as the last driver, or the first driver, I should say, off the lead lap. Jeff Glockner actually going to fall back off the lead lap this time by, so Glockner going to take over that lucky dog position back in the 17th spot. Still clean and green all race long here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, race number 2 in season number 3. 25 drivers took to the starting grid. 25 drivers still out on the track. 16 left on that lead lap. We haven't really brought you this camera very much, still in the working. Why don't we go high above turn 3, drone cam right above the track here, following around Tommy Gossett and Darren Clement for the time being, watching this battle unfold, because Tommy Gossett, We told you he was fast on the long run. He's been out there for less than 7 laps, and he has reeled back in Jim Ott, who had 1.3 seconds of an advantage over him. That lets you see just how fast Tommy Gossett really is last time by. 31.59. That is almost 0.3 of a second faster than your race leader. And Kosadoy, how about this? He is way off a pit cycle. He's going to bring his machine back down to pit road for yet another green flag pit stop. Will be his 3rd pit stop of the evening. Everybody going to have to make at least, I do believe, 2 more stops here. So maybe Kosadoy has the numbers worked out down inside pit lane on top of the crew chief box. Maybe they know something we don't know down there in that Toyota camp. Going to switch around, jump around just a little bit here with little different battles on the track. Jeff Gluckner, Tommy Holt, both of these drivers 1 lap down from your race leader. They battle for position. Roy Fernandez in that 3, the Cuban Missile Rocket. Finally up inside the top 10. He runs in the 9th position, up 7 spots from where he started tonight's race, back in the 16th position. So a good run here. Solid run for Fernandez. 44 of Jason Harrison still struggling here tonight after starting up inside your top 5. He started in that 5th position here tonight, now running back in the 8th position, and since he dropped from that top 5, he has not been able to get back there yet except during green flag pit stops. Nick Hunt in the 00, he's running strong here tonight, up from 10th starting spot into the 7th position. Driver making the most of the gains here tonight, up 10 positions from where he started tonight's race. Tommy Holt, that 7 Ford Mustang, although he is down 1 lap, he is up 10 positions now in the 27th position on the track. As we continue to watch Jason Harrison, Roy Fernandez, Brandon Freeze. Actually, that is not Brandon Freeze. I believe that is the 31 of Stephen Ayers Jr. No, that is the 28 of Ron Schutte in the iHeart Radio Toyota Supra. We do apologize about that. Missed the numbers on the hood, on the roof, I should say. As Stephen Ayers Jr. in the 31, he's going to break for pit road for his 3rd pit stop of the evening. Nicholas Schreiber, Ron Sizemore. Ryan Sizemore also to pit road. 3 more drivers down for their 3rd stop. Going to jump back to this battle that's beginning to brew once again. Justin Gann makes his way into some back markers, and he will have a fast 22 of Todd Craig closing in on him. We told you, we warned you, race fans. Look at that green car in the background, that 54 Toyota Supra by Tommy Gossett. He has made his run. He's on his way. He's coming to the front. Was 3 seconds back, now has cut that disadvantage in half. Just under 1.5 seconds behind your race leader, Tommy Gossett, hunting the front late in the race here tonight, right at 45 laps to go as your race leader crosses the line this time by to begin lap number 81 out of the 125 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. There you can see just off in front of him, I do believe that is the 59 of Jim Thorndike in the GTR simulator machine. Drivers last to pit road almost 20 laps ago already, so these drivers just about 10 to 15 laps away from green flag pit stops once again. And race fans, this has been an incredible pace out there, not just by your race leader, but by this entire field, your top three have been lapping right at 32 seconds flat for the past 5 laps in a row. These drivers lay it all out on the line. And Tommy Gossett, he's here. He has arrived, running in that third position. He's now going to look to take second away from Todd Cray, and then he'll set his sights back in on Justin Gann. He'll lock in to that rear bumper, and he'll try to get back up there to that top spot. Tommy Holton, the 7, going to break for pit road this time by. And look at that. Them 2 lap pressure tires really showing themselves late in this race. Tommy Gossett drops right to the bottom and just drives straight around that 22 of Todd Cray. And we all know Cray, he is no slouch out there on the track. You got to be doing something big. You got to be doing something right to get by that 22 and make it look so easy. The Sim Nut sponsored 54 on his way. Justin Gann has got to be careful. Roy Fernandez with an on-track incident. No caution flag flies. He'll bring the 3 to pit road this time by. Fernandez with some late race trouble for the 2nd week in a row. That is going to spell some trouble for that 3. Colby Crow also coming to pit road this time by. I believe himself and Fernandez got caught up, entangled, and were involved in an on-track incident. Not enough to bring out a caution flag, so we'll stay green flag racing right here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And race fans, if you haven't already, toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are the dedicated fan, friend, or family, or maybe even sponsor. Come and check out these races. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there is no us. So we thank you for joining us each and every time here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. While you're here, while you're at it, toss these drivers a thumbs up. Want to give a few special shout outs this week. Big time shout out to the drivers up there in race control that compete here on Swift Motorsports. Don Kidder, Andy Starcher, both of those drivers up in race control here tonight. Also outside of iRacing, big time shout out to Young Mafia Kennels, based right there in Haywood County, North Carolina. Some of the best bullies around. If you're in the market for a bully, well, they've got what you're looking for. Check out Mountain Mafia Kennels. Also, another big shout out to a few of the youth wrestlers in this area. Kane Bryson finishing his middle school career off with yet another undefeated season out there for the Bethel Blue Demons. Also, big shout out to Alex May going undefeated as well from Hendersonville Middle School, getting the job done. Those two young men going to get ready to battle for a state championship in their respected weight classes here in the middle school championships for wrestling in North Carolina. Another big shout out to Xander Hill, Lewis Mahaffey. They were getting the job done there at Pisgah High School just earlier in this week. And a big time shout out to Pisgah Wrestling over there at Pisgah High School in Canton, North Carolina. Love what you do, fellow bear myself. So we do love to see that wrestling team doing well. And if you can't tell, there's about 2 things in life that I am hugely passionate about. And that is, well, you're watching this right here, racing, and that is wrestling. Wrestling is, oh my gosh, we're not even going to get on that topic. Anyways, lap number 91 now underway. Justin Gann has the race lead, but for how long? Tommy Gossett has closed in. He has reeled him in from over 3 seconds back during this green flag run. He is knocking on the door of taking that race lead away yet again. I am telling you what, this is dangerous for this field to see that 54 this fast, this late in the race. He's got 2-lap fresher tires, so Gann is going to have his hands full trying to keep that 54 back. He's going to force him to the high side, force him the long way around. We're almost into the outside wall, scrapes it. That 54 scrapes the outside wall off of turn number 4. He's going to lose some ground. Justin Gann can breathe a little easy now. After that 54 had contact with the outside wall just in front of the 18 of Casey Duncan. Duncan being scored the first car 1 lap down in the 13th position. A little bit of a scare for that 18 there, but more of a delightful moment, so to speak. Get to relax for a few more laps, a handful more laps. Justin Gann opened that gap back up to over a half a second. That's just how quick you lose time at a big momentum track like this. I know most people would think Las Vegas Motor Speedway not necessarily a momentum track, but when you are running the high line and it is all about rhythm, it is all about momentum, keeping them RPMs up, keeping it on the outside of that wall, and knowing when to squeeze back in to that throttle through the center of the corner to get that big runoff of these corner exits. And after that contact, it looks like the speed has been scrubbed away from Tommy Gossett. He has not been able to close that distance back down again as Cody Sleeper in the 01. He's going to bring his machine down to pit road for what should be his final stop of the race. Still green flag racing, 95 laps into tonight's 125 lap event. This is going to get good, race fans. We're ready for the final round of green flag pit stops. Should be coming here in the next, I would say, anywhere from about 2 to 5 laps for most of these race leaders. And can you imagine if Tommy Gossett pulls an undercut here? If he's able to get to pit road before Justin Gann, the field had better watch out. I think Gossett will just absolutely set sail on his fellow competitors. Back down into turn number 3. Tommy Gossett continuing to try to run back down Justin Gann, but not really gaining any ground at this point in time. Oh, and Gossett's going to do it. He's going to undercut. He's going to short pit. Gossett going to stop from that second position. He's going to come into pit road for what should be the final time of the night. How long is Justin Gann going to stay out there on track? Sporty the Air's iRacing sponsor on that 30 machine this week. That Ford Mustang looking good out there at the front. Does he come to pit road this time? No, he's going to stay out. He's going to stay out at least one more lap. Todd Cray in the 22, he's going to go ahead and come to pit road. Jim Ott going to go ahead and come to pit road. And, well, with the race win already in your back pocket, you can gamble a little bit here. Gambling now with the race lead staying out at least 2 laps longer than Tommy Gossett, 1 lap longer than the rest of his competitors inside those podium positions. What does Gann do this time by? He's going to slow a little bit of a shake-up. Ooh, that got close there for Gann. Darren Clement also going to bring his machine to pit road. Adam Pettit, Jason Harrison looks like he's going to slow on the track. Nick Hunt also coming down pit road. Brandon Freeze also going to bring the 21 back down to pit road. Tommy Gossett, this is the man we've got to watch right here. Todd Cray just now coming off of pit road, so he's not going to be any bit of trouble for that 54 of Tommy Gossett. We've got to wait and see when does Gann get down and away. Looks like they're going to drop the jack now. He's getting off of pit road. This is going to get close. Close off of pit road, but close no more. Tommy Gossett is gone. Over 3.5 second advantage. Now make it over 4 as Justin Gann stayed out maybe a little bit too long. He is now down 5 seconds. Oh my goodness. Gann losing a ton of time by extending that fuel run, and he has got a mirror full and he can hear it right out of his driver window. Todd Cray now battles with Justin Gann for the second position. Nobody battling with Tommy Gossett for the time being. Gossett with a 5-second race advantage with 2 lap older tires. I'm not sure if these two are going to be able to run him down in just 26 laps. As Gossett going to cross the line this time by, that's going to give us just 25 laps left. 100 laps in the book already here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Race number 2 in season number 3 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. And well, race fans, with just about 25 laps remaining, we're going to step away for a small, short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with all your green flag action right here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
And back trackside as promised, only missing out on 2 laps. Not a lot of anything happened. Justin Gann was able to get by Todd Cray, but more importantly, look at that timing and scoring. These two have knocked off 2 seconds from Tommy Gossett's 5-second race advantage. Now that gap down to knocking on the door to just 3 seconds. As Justin Gann, Todd Cray, they continue to battle with each other, but they continue to run down your race leader, Tommy Gossett, in the 54 at the top of the speed charts right now, top of the scoring pylon. Nicholas Shriver has an issue. He's off track, comes back on track. No caution flag, we stay green flag racing. Here this time by race leader gets 20 to go. Will we see a new race winner this week? Last week, that 22 of Todd Cray went to victory lane. Will he be able to get back to victory lane, or maybe will we see Justin Gann be able to run back down Tommy Gossett, or will Gossett seal the deal here? Different lead changes amongst 3 different drivers here tonight. This race has been dominated really by Justin Gann and Tommy Gossett. Jim Ott led a handful of laps. Todd Cray led a handful as well. Sorry, that's 4 different race leaders. And with those 2-lap fresher tires, man, I tell you what, these two, if they'll calm down and just get in line, I do believe, even though we're not really at a plate track, at a drafting track, they are going to be a little bit quicker nose to tail than Tommy Gossett at the front. I think If I'm these two drivers, I may be on the horn with my crew chief and my spotter telling them, hey, get with that 22 or hey, get with that 30. Let's work together, get ourselves to the front. And once we get there, then we can go all out. One versus one. Or we can gang up and just go right on around and try to leave him in the dust and then battle it out amongst ourselves. But either way, these two, they've got to work together. That gap now just 2 seconds up to Tommy Gossett. He is losing ground. About a half a second slower that time by. And looking at the pit stops, he was on in his box for 3 seconds less than the rest of his fellow competitors. Did he get enough gas inside of that 54? Tommy Gossett right here battling with the back marker, the 24 of Gluckner. Gluckner being scored in the 15th position, already down 1 lap, trying to stay from going 2 laps down, and that's not going to work out. He's going to end up 2 laps down here tonight as Ron Schutte is just off in front of him. Schutte in that 28 machine listed off of the lead lap as well. Listed 2 laps down, trying to keep himself from going a 3rd lap down. And look at this. They are coming. They are going to get there. 15 laps remaining. I think we should see those top 3 all bunched up nose to tail with each other with about 8 laps remaining here tonight. Race fans, we're going to have a 3-car battle for the top spot. Todd Cray starting to lose a little bit of ground with Justin Gann. It may be a 2-car battle by the time it's all said and done with. They've closed that distance now under 1 second. They are on their way. Going to take a look at this battle. It is a battle for the 12th and 13th spot on the track. Pierce Maffitt, Hunter Coyer right there battling with each other, 41 and 98, both Toyota drivers, 12th and 13th on the track. Hunter Coyer up 4 positions from where he started outside of the top 15, now running in that 13th position, so doing a fine job out there tonight, looking to the inside of that 41 now, trying to take yet another position. They'll stay side by side down the back stretch. .41 able to keep that spot with the momentum on the high side, so we'll jump back to what will be the biggest battle of them all. There you can see your top 3 heading back into turn number 1. Gossett leads Gann and Cray coming out of 2. Off of turn 4, here comes the 30 of Justin Gann. He's looking for that top spot. Not going to have it at the line, but looks to complete the pass. Going into 1, not going to clear just yet. Here comes that outside run by the 54. Gossett going to keep that top spot as they drag race back into turn number 3. 30 on the bottom, 54 at the top. They almost touched. Super loose and out of shape. The 54 is going to have to back out. Gann going to go back to the top spot. Race leader once again here tonight. That's going to give us our 8th different lead change of the night amongst 4 different drivers. Justin Gann going to walk away with the most laps led here tonight, regardless of what happens in these final 10 laps. Walking away with the pole, walking away with the most laps led. Can he do what Adam Pettit did last night? Can he walk away with a clean sweep with the pole, the most laps led, as well as the race win? Gann looking to go to victory lane. Todd Cray able to get by Tommy Gossett. It looks like by getting off of his strategy, Gossett is not faring as well on this older cycle of tires here tonight. Last set of tires not voting well, not running well here. My goodness, what a turn of events from one of the faster cars in the long run on the green, wait a minute, back up, rewind, let's reset that one. From the fastest on the long run, that 54 of Tommy Gossett, he has dropped a ton of pace this time. He is over 0.3 of a second slower now than Justin Gann. So that swing of tires, that 2-lap difference on tires, really did play the difference in that long run speed that we seen out of that 54. He was coming to pit road 2 laps later than the rest of the drivers around him, and then slowly but surely making his way back up and around the lap traffic, around cars for position. And he was running down your race leader each and every time during the long green flag runs. And well, he came to pit road 2 laps sooner than his competitors, and now those 2-lap fresher tires really showing themselves as Justin Gann has stepped away from not just Todd Cray, but also Tommy Gossett. Gossett gonna fall back a half a second as high five for your race leader that time given by our flag man here. Swift Motorsports butt kicker, Breezy Acre Farms, Xfinity Series Upstate Owl, gonna give him the 5 to go. Todd Cray battling side by side with one of the back markers here tonight. Cray very close to going back to back, but unfortunately not gonna be able to do so. Only driver able to do so far this week has been Jason Branch in the Swift Motorsports Ayers Eye Racing Paints ARCA Menard Series. He went to victory lane in Michigan as well as Atlanta on Monday night. Nobody else being able to repeat so far this season. Looks like we're going to have a new race winner here in race number 2. Just as many race winners. Justin Gann has 3 laps to go. And how about Gann? We're going to take a look back here at some of our stats for last season real quick, if we can get them open fast enough. Justin Gann able to grab the championship last year without winning a race. This could be dangerous as he gets the popsicle sticks. 2 laps remaining this time by. This could be dangerous for the rest of his fellow competitors. He was so consistent last year, didn't need the race win, and he walked away with the championship trophy. He's going to put a race win in the books here, and he's going to do it very early in the season. He's going to lock himself into that championship race. And he's going to have a shot at repeating for the championship white flag final lap here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. No battles to speak of on the track. Everybody capped up from each other. Justin Gann leads the field off of 2 back down the backstretch for the final time and into turn 3. Race leader Gann on a Sunday drive through the center of 3, now out of 4 to the stripe. Checkered flag in the air, checkered flag in hand. Race winner, the 30 of Justin Gann, captures the flag for the first time here in season number 3, right here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And well, I think me and him, we may just need to hit a casino or 2, grabbing that race win in fashion, sweeping the points here tonight. most laps led, pole position, as well as the race win. Heck of a job out there by Justin Gann. And he's going to bring his machine to a slow, and he will get ready to do a little post-race smoke show for you right here at the end of tonight's race from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. There you can see that 30 enjoying his post-race celebrations. So with that being said, race fans, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. And back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's race right here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Lights are on, race is over. Let's see if we can't grab a few of the drivers and have a few words with them before they step off for the evening. Let's see if we can't grab a quick word with the 54 of Tommy Gossett. It's Dave in the booth. Got a copy?
How are you doing, Dave?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, man?
Better if I was in victory lane, but all things considering, I'm doing pretty good.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, do want to. You had a fast car here. We seen you coming there right before that last round of green flag pit stops. What happened? What went down? How did you end up in third?
Well, there on the right before then, me and Justin were door to door and going into one, and of course I was on the outside, he was on the inside, and I was looking down trying to spot my points to get back on the throttle, and Justin was coming up the track, and it spooked me, and I just overcorrected and ran myself into the wall. And I just want everybody to know I'm not blaming Justin for that. I'm just saying what happened. It was totally on me. I spooked myself and walled myself. So I decided, I was like, okay, damage, it's going to hurt me, tightens up the car. So I pit early there and took 2 tires and took a lower fuel, hoping it would balance each other out, but it was just too loose to hold on to there.
Well, Tommy, you and that 54 crew, you were fast all race long, so nothing to hang your head about walking away with a third position here tonight. Next week, I do believe, let's see, where do we go? We go to Phoenix next week, another desert race. How's that 54 crew feeling about that one coming up?
Correct. They need to fill it with sand.
You know what? I would not be upset at all. I despise that track myself, but luckily enough, I get to watch you instead.
You're the lucky one out of the pair.
Well, Tommy, again, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody else back on that 54 at the shop?
Yeah, first off, I got to thank God for being able to put me in the position to be able to do this. I got to thank Justin and all the admins for putting in on a wonderful league. I got to thank you for the wonderful broadcast. Got to thank my mama for putting up with me sitting back here racing as much as I am. And, of course, I got to thank my sponsors of SimNut Racing Sims, Halls Run Diecast, Apex Graphics and Designs, and Blue Emu.
Well, Tommy, that's pretty official. I like the way you had that rundown ready to go, man. Practice makes perfect, dude.
I've got a sticky note on my rig.
Cheater.
You got to do what you got to do. Can't miss no one.
I hear you. Well, my man, congratulations on that third place finish here tonight, and we'll try to catch up with you a little more throughout the rest of this season.
For sure. I'll hopefully be talking to you next week.
Absolutely, we hope so, and we'll catch up with you later.
See ya.
And there you go. That was the driver walking away in third after battling for the race lead multiple times here tonight. Walking away in third, the 54 of Tommy Gossett. And that's going to lead us to the man that walked away in victory lane last week. Coming up just a little bit short here tonight. Todd Craig going to walk away in second. It's Dave in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, guys. Yep, got you loud and clear.
Well, hey, I finally get to talk to you in a position other than first.
Yeah, what a night. What a night. I'll tell you, you ever run a race and you wish you could just get it back? That's probably one of them for me tonight. But, hey, can't complain with a second place finish. Justin was the class of the field tonight. But, yeah, had a lot of mistakes. Just some things I wish I could do over again and have a better shot at it. But, like I said, can't complain. Justin was the best guy tonight. Tommy was fast. I mean, he had a little situation there, taking two, I think. We thought he was the one to win tonight. So that was a great race.
Absolutely great race from up here in the booth. Great race for all the fans in the stands and around the world watching on the YouTube side of things. Todd, you weren't able to go back-to-back race-winning weeks here in the Xfinity Series, but how are you feeling about heading off to another desert track, another hot track, Phoenix International Raceway next week?
Oh, yeah, Phoenix is one of my top tracks, so definitely looking forward to that coming off of here. But again, I got to put the time in. I got to do some testing and, get the tire strategy down and know where my gas mileage is and, stop coming up short like I did tonight here and get back on the winning track. So Phoenix is a good spot for me to do that, so I look forward to it.
Absolutely. Well, Todd, you know the drill. You know how it goes. We're going to hand you the mic. Here you go, bud.
Yeah, happy birthday to cousin Jess. It's her birthday today. I see she checked in here. She's my lucky charm. So throw that one out there to her with MotorSports. I mean, what an awesome race. BUTTKICKER, Breezy Acres, Bird 3 Racing Network, Pets in Paradise, Infinite Hero, and People Against Distracted Driving. Throw that one on there for the rest of the season. And that's about it. We're going to take our licks here at Vegas and move on to Phoenix.
Well, my man, again, congratulations on a solid run here tonight, walking away in second, and I'm sure we'll continue to talk to you throughout the rest of this season.
All right. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
There you have it. Driver walking away in second here tonight, the 22 of Todd Cray. He's got company now on that chase grid because the man that walked away with the race win has made his way to victory lane, and we'll catch up now with your defending series champion, race winner, Justin Gann. It's Dave in the booth. Got a copy?
Oh, yeah, I got you, Dave.
Hey, man, you were able to do something that you weren't able to do all season last season, and that's get to victory lane. How are you feeling now that you've been able to get to victory lane so early this season?
Oh, I'm just hoping I didn't burn it all up on this one race. But no, it feels good, man. The track felt good all night, felt good in practice, and come out and get the pole tonight, and then you know lead a lot of these laps here. It felt really good and comfortable. So I had a blast tonight.
Well, walk us through a little bit of that battle there. Coming to that last round of green flag pit stops, it seemed like you and the 54 were the top of the class here, the top of the field tonight. You and him went back and forth over those green flag runs. Walk us through how it all took place and how you were able to capitalize and walk away with the race win.
Yeah, Tommy was definitely fast tonight. He had I would say he had a little bit better strategy than me. He stretched it out and was able to get a lap on the tires over me, and he would catch me. So, and it would be towards the end of the run there. So I was trying to see what lap he was catching me every run, and calculating where I had to be if he stayed on that strategy. So I was thinking he wasn't going to be able to catch me if he kept that strategy up on lap 26 or with 26 lap run. So I was banking on that. But unfortunately, we got really tight right before that last stop, and I guess he just pushed up into the wall. He thought I was going to come up on him, and we were just racing really hard for that spot. So every second counts. So.
Absolutely. Well, some great racing from up here in the booth. Great racing for all the fans in the stands and around the world watching on the YouTube side, Facebook as well. Justin, you were able to walk away with the checkered flag here this season. So congratulations on getting that job done and knocked out very early this season. Before we let you go in and celebrate the night away, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Oh, yeah. I got to thank my team, 4X, all their support that they give me, everyone up in the booth, the admins behind the scenes. Thank you for the broadcast. Thank my sponsor, Ayers iRacing Paints. If you're looking for a paint, definitely go check out Ayers iRacing Paints. And then I got to thank my wife. So without her, it would be tough to do these kind of things. So appreciate her support.
Absolutely, my man. Well, again, congratulations on backing up the championship performance last season with a race win this season, setting yourself up with a shot at going back-to-back for the championship this year. Justin, congratulations on the race win, and we'll try to catch up with you a little bit later on throughout this season.
That's right.
Well, there you go. Justin Gann walks away with the checkered flag for the first time here this season. Was not able to visit victory lane last year. Is this gonna be a year that we see him go back-to-back after capturing a race win early this season? That's all yet to be determined, and it sounds like producers hitting those buttons in the background. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results here on the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series race number 2 at Las Vegas, capturing that checkered flag, walking away with his first race win of the season, the 30 of Justin Gann. Todd Craig gonna slot home in second. Third place goes to Tommy Gossett. Darren Clement back in fourth, rounding out your top 5 here tonight, the 4 of Jim Ott. Adam Pettit gonna finish in 6th. 7th place goes to Jason Ayerson. Nick Hunt in the 00 gonna finish 8th. The 21 of Brandon Freeze back in 9th. And rounding out your top 10 here tonight, the 01 of Cody Sleeper. The 41 of Pierce Maffitt gonna finish first, car 1 lap down, back in the 11th position. 12th place goes to Hunter Courier. Chad Osborne in the 5, walking away in 13th tonight. Slotting home in the 14th finishing position, driver out of 4X Racing, the 18 of KC Duncan. 15th spot tonight goes to Jeff Glockner. Tommy Haynes gonna finish in 16th. 17th goes to Ron Schutte, and Steven Ayers Jr. gonna bring the 31 home in the 18th finishing position. 19th tonight goes to Tommy Holt. Nicholas Schreiber in the 1 machine gonna walk away in 20th. Ryan Sizemore in the 8 machine gonna slot home in 21st. 22nd here tonight goes to Jim Thorndike. The Cuban Missile Rocket gonna walk away from the track in that 3 machine back in 23rd. The 24 of position goes to Vadim Kosadoy, while the 97 of Colby Crow rounds out your finishing order. Big shout out, tip of the cap, and thank you to the race control and admins over there in the control room, keeping all these drivers straight. Andy Starcher, Don Kidder, not much to keep straight here tonight as we went flag to flag, clean and green, all race long here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. What a race it was. And you can catch us once again next Wednesday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, your home for everything Swift. If you haven't already, toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. So with that all being said, race fans, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.